Education is a very important aspect in a human being's existence. Humans need education to nurture their craft, hone their talents, and provide them with all the possible answers to all of the wonders in this world. Parents know this fact, that's why they would always want the best for their children. When the concept of homeschooling was introduced into society, many were thrilled with the fact that there are other ways to educate children. At first, opting for homeschooling can be an overwhelming matter. On its basic concept, homeschooling refers to the alternative way of educating children. It differs from the usual type of schooling because the learning process is done at home and the teachers are usually the parents themselves. They only use a particular type of teaching method that best fits their children's needs to learn. Homeschooling has provided many advantages and benefits to both parents and children. However, some parents find homeschooling a daunting task. So, for parents who find homeschooling a bit of an overwhelming task, here is a list of some tips on how to get you started in homeschooling your child. 1. Arrive at a decision. The problem that most parents encounter when opting for homeschooling is the fact that they find it hard to finally decide whether to homeschool their child or not. This is because deciding on this kind of thing is relatively important, especially because the future of the child is dependent on it. However, the choice should be based on the capacity of the parents to conform to the requirements in homeschooling their child. They should be able to wholly participate with whatever items that were entailed in the program in order to provide the best education for their children. 2. Keep in mind that homeschooling is a process. Since homeschooling is a process, parents who want to homeschool their children should take things one at a time. For instance, if they have a preschool child, they should focus more on what preschool students should learn. They should not delve more on how to teach higher levels of education that are fit for students in higher levels. 3. Know your state laws regarding homeschooling. In the United States, each state has its own laws regarding homeschooling. Hence, it is best to know what your state says about homeschooling, so that you can provide the best education for your children in conformity with the law. 4. Look for a support group. Homeschooling does not have to be the sole responsibility of only the parents. It is important for the parents to find a local support group where they can mingle with other homeschoolers who can provide additional pointers regarding the process. Each member in the support group can help each other regarding the best technique in teaching their children. 5. Do your homework. Nothing can get you started on the right track than doing your homework first. You will be able to know the important details you need to be familiar with in order to provide the best education for your children. Knowing what you have to do will give you the best guidance in homeschooling. 6. Identify your child's learning manner. It is best to assess your child's learning style before you choose on a particular homeschooling method. Conforming to your child's learning style will provide the best way to homeschool your child. There are many choices available when teaching your child through a homeschool program. 7. Organize the things needed in homeschooling. Just like a typical school, homeschooling your children would also need different materials, and a proper place where they can be stored and easily accessible each day. It's best to organize a learning area first, by providing them with an adequate and distraction-free space. Most children would respond to the process easily if they were comfortable with the place where their classes are held. 8. Have a budget for homeschooling. Some parents tend to overindulge with the materials needed in homeschooling. It does not necessarily mean that you have to lower your expenses just because you have opted to homeschool, but maintaining a budget ensures less financial stress. There are many books and other materials that can be found online, which are definitely priced cheaper. Homeschooling is not just a process, but also a lifestyle. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please stop by our site for more homeschooling info. If you are interested in a Christian, self-paced, online homeschooling course with customizable curriculum, just follow the link in the description.